TV soap news and spoilers say that in the heart of the bustling city, where the pulse of life beats with fervor and secrets lurk in the shadows, the story of Derek unfolds, a tale woven with threads of tragedy, deception, and the fragile bonds of love. Welcome to Beyond the Gates, a saga that has captivated audiences with its raw emotion and intricate web of human relationships. Today, we delve deep into the enigma that is Derek, a man whose life has been irrevocably altered by a devastating accident, yet whose heart harbors a secret so profound it threatens to unravel everything he holds dear. Join us as we peel back the layers of Derek's world, exploring the depths of his choices and the consequences that ripple through the lives of those around him. A life shattered, the accident that changed everything. Derek was once a beacon of vitality, a triathlete whose name was synonymous with endurance and determination. His chiseled frame and unrelenting spirit made him a force to be reckoned with on the race course, where he conquered marathons, cycled through grueling terrains, and swam against the fiercest currents. To his fans, he was invincible, a man who laughed in the face of physical limits. But fate, as it so often does, had other plans. It was a crisp autumn morning, the air thick with the scent of fallen leaves, when tragedy struck. During the final leg of a prestigious triathlon, Derek's world came crashing down. A misstep on a slick patch of road sent him tumbling from his bicycle, his body skidding across the asphalt in a brutal dance of chaos. The crowd gasped as paramedics rushed to his side, their faces grim under the weight of the moment. Derek's legs, once his greatest asset, bore the brunt of the impact. Shattered bones and torn ligaments painted a bleak picture. The doctors warned that he might never walk again. The news sent shockwaves through his community. Fans mourned the fall of their hero, while friends and family grappled with the reality of a future forever altered. Derek, confined to a hospital bed, stared out at a world that seemed to have turned its back on him. The sterile white walls of his room became a prison, each beep of the monitors a reminder of the life he'd lost. Yet, amidst the despair, a beacon of hope emerged in the form of Ashley, his devoted partner, whose unwavering presence became the cornerstone of his recovery. Ashley, the unyielding light in Derek's darkness. Ashley, with her gentle smile and fierce determination, became Derek's lifeline. She was no stranger to hardship, having weathered her own storms, but her love for Derek burned brighter than any challenge. From the moment the accident occurred, she was by his side, holding his hand through the endless nights of pain and uncertainty. She navigated the labyrinth of medical jargon, advocated for the best care, and ensured that Derek's spirit remained unbroken, even as his body betrayed him. Her days became a whirlwind of hospital visits, consultations, and sleepless nights spent researching rehabilitation options. Ashley's love was not just emotional, it was practical, resolute, and all-encompassing. She rearranged their home to accommodate Derek's wheelchair, installing ramps and clearing pathways to ensure his comfort. She cooked his favorite meals, coaxing him to eat even when despair dulled his appetite. And, perhaps most crucially, she enlisted the expertise of Shanice, a renowned physical therapist whose reputation for miracles preceded her. Shanice was a force of nature, her no-nonsense demeanor balanced by a deep well of compassion. Under her guidance, Derek embarked on a grueling journey of physical therapy. Each session was a battle, a test of endurance that pushed Derek to the brink of his resolve. Shanice's voice, firm yet encouraging, echoed through the therapy room as she guided him through exercises designed to awaken his dormant muscles. "You're stronger than you know," she'd say, her eyes locking onto his with a conviction that dared him to believe it. Ashley watched from the sidelines, her heart swelling with pride and hope, even as doubt gnawed at the edges of her mind. The seed of doubt, a secret, takes root. As weeks turned into months, Derek's progress became a source of cautious optimism. His upper body grew stronger, his spirit more resilient. Yet, something was amiss. Ashley began to notice subtle inconsistencies, moments that didn't quite add up. A fleeting grimace when he shifted in his wheelchair, a flicker of strength in his legs that seemed too deliberate to be involuntary. At first, she dismissed these observations as wishful thinking, her heart desperate for signs of recovery. But the doubts persisted, growing like weeds in the fertile soil of her intuition. One evening, as the golden hues of sunset bathed their living room, Ashley caught Derek in a moment of unguarded movement. He reached for a glass of water on the coffee table, his leg shifting slightly to support his weight, a motion so natural, so instinctive, that it sent a jolt through her. She froze, her breath catching in her throat. Could it be? Was Derek regaining mobility? And if so, why hadn't he told her? The question lingered, a specter that haunted her thoughts. Ashley's love for Derek was unshakable, but the possibility of deception cast a shadow over their bond. She began to observe him more closely, her eyes searching for clues in the way he moved, the way he spoke. There were moments when his gaze lingered too long, as if wrestling with an unspoken truth. There were nights when he seemed distant, lost in thoughts he wouldn't share. Ashley's heart ached with the weight of her suspicions, but she couldn't bring herself to confront him, not yet. The unveiling. Derek's hidden truth. As the narrative of Beyond the Gates unfolds, the audience is drawn into the heart of Derek's secret. The clues are subtle at first, woven into the fabric of everyday interactions. A therapist's note, casually discarded, hints at progress far beyond what Derek has admitted. A neighbor's offhand comment about seeing Derek stand briefly in the garden sends ripples of intrigue through the storyline. The tension builds, each episode peeling back another layer of the mystery, until the truth can no longer be contained. Derek, it seems, has indeed regained partial mobility in his legs. The revelation is both a triumph and a betrayal. Months of grueling therapy, coupled with his own indomitable will, have restored a degree of function that the doctors once deemed impossible. Yet, instead of sharing this victory with Ashley, Derek has chosen to keep it hidden. The question is, why? The answer lies in the complex tapestry of Derek's psyche. The accident didn't just rob him of his physical strength, it stripped away his identity, his sense of self. For years, he was defined by his athletic prowess, his ability to push beyond human limits. In the wake of his injury, Ashley's care became his lifeline, a tether to a world that no longer saw him as the invincible triathlete. Her love, her attention, her unwavering devotion, they filled the void left by his shattered dreams. To admit his recovery would mean relinquishing that care, stepping back into a world where he must redefine himself anew. But there's more to Derek's secret than fear of change. There's a deeper, more insidious motive at play, a desire to hold on to Ashley's affection, to ensure her presence in his life. Derek knows that her love is genuine, but he also knows the fragility of human relationships. What if his recovery shifts the dynamic? What if Ashley, freed from the role of caregiver, begins to see him differently? The thought is unbearable, and so he clings to the illusion of helplessness, weaving a web of deception that grows more tangled with each passing day. The fallout, a relationship on the brink. When Ashley finally uncovers the truth, the moment is nothing short of cataclysmic. It comes during a quiet evening, the kind where the world seems to hold its breath. Derek, unaware that Ashley has been piecing together the clues, lets his guard down. He stands to adjust a picture frame on the wall, a simple act that shatters the fragile trust between them. Ashley's eyes widen, her voice trembling as she demands an explanation. The room, once a haven of love, becomes a battleground of emotions, anger, betrayal, and a profound sense of loss. Derek's confession spills forth like a dam breaking, each word heavy with guilt and desperation. He admits to his recovery, to the months of secrecy, to the fear that drove him to deceive the woman he loves. Ashley listens, her heart torn between compassion and fury. She understands the pain that fueled his actions, but the betrayal cuts deep. She has poured her soul into his recovery, sacrificing her own dreams to support him, only to discover that he has manipulated her devotion. The fallout is seismic. Ashley grapples with her own identity, questioning whether her love for Derek was rooted in duty or genuine affection. She wonders if she can ever trust him again, if their relationship can survive the weight of his deception. Derek, meanwhile, is forced to confront the consequences of his choices. His recovery, once a beacon of hope, now feels like a curse, a reminder of the trust he has broken. Beyond the Gates, a journey of redemption. As Beyond the Gates hurtles toward its climax, the audience is left to ponder the future of Derek and Ashley's relationship. The show masterfully explores the themes of trust, identity, and the lengths to which we go to protect the ones we love. Derek's journey is one of redemption, a quest to rebuild what he has broken. He must prove to Ashley and to himself that he is more than his mistakes, that his love for her is stronger than his fear. Ashley, too, embarks on a journey of self-discovery. She must decide whether to forgive Derek, to see beyond his deception to the man she once believed in. Her strength, her resilience, and her capacity for love are tested in ways she never imagined. The path forward is uncertain, fraught with emotional peril, but it is also a testament to the power of human connection. The show's creators weave a narrative that is both heart-wrenching and hopeful, inviting viewers to reflect on their own relationships and the secrets they keep. Derek's story is a reminder that even in our darkest moments, there is light to be found, whether in the form of love, forgiveness, or the courage to face our truths. As we await the next chapter of Beyond the Gates, one thing is certain. Derek's secret has changed everything, and the road to redemption will be anything but easy. A cliffhanger for the ages. As the credits roll on the latest episode, the audience is left breathless, teetering on the edge of anticipation. Will Ashley find it in her heart to forgive Derek? Can Derek rebuild the trust he has shattered? And what other secrets lurk beyond the gates, waiting to be uncovered? The story is far from over, and with each twist and turn, Beyond the Gates promises to deliver a saga that is as gripping as it is profound.